There is a new way to do your drinking, because if you're putting it in a cup and pouring it down your throat, you are old school. They are inhaling it and they are smoking it now. The newest thing is putting your alcohol of choice. You pour it into a bottle, you cork the bottle, and then a bicycle pump needle is poked through the top of the cork. Air is pumped into the bottle, which vaporizes the alcohol, and then you smoke it. This gets you high. Or drunk, high, whatever you want to call it, and you don't get any of the calories. Of course, this could cause all kinds of crazy health problems to your liver and your lungs and everything else, but people are on the bandwagon of this sort of cheap, effective, calorie-less way of drinking.
As with all new things that we're experimenting with, I'm going to let other people experiment with it for at least 10 years. Before I start doing it, the idea of not getting the calories, of course, is appealing to everybody, and most especially to fat Americans like myself, okay? But on the other hand, there's always a price to pay. So, you know, that's the way nature is. You take a little here and it goes over there, right?
Yeah.
So if there's no calories, they're gonna find out in a year and a half that your lungs explode in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And so I'd be careful about inhaling this stuff.
So some of the effects, so you do get drunk much quicker, but some of the effects, if you smoke your alcohol, you're at much greater risk of getting alcohol poisoning, potentially overdosing. And interestingly, when people drink too much, you tend to vomit because it's your body's way of getting all the bad stuff out.
Oh.
But if you smoke it, you're not getting the bad stuff out because your body is not going to have the reaction that it should have from alcohol. So then
So that stuff's in your body and that's bad, right?
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you probably don't feel sick or queasy.
Right, well, because the alcohol is going to circumvent your stomach and your liver. So it's not going to go through the processes that it should.
Oh, well, that's another win.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
There's not a lot of winning here. But it's interesting because we live in this fitness-obsessed society. So it's like, if I can get drunk without getting the calories, that is appealing to a lot of people, especially young people.
No, it's already over.
Yeah.
The minute you started telling me this story, I thought, they're going to do this everywhere.
Yeah.
I hope it's safe. Because, look, here's one thing I know about human beings. They will find any and every way to get high, to get drunk, to get buzzed, right? I mean, people like sniff glue. What was the craziest stuff they were doing recently? I don't know. Anyway.
Bath salts. I mean, people do anything.
You think the guy doing bath salts isn't going to sniff his alcohol? Yeah, I mean, he's like all day long, right?
Yeah.
And so I kiddingly dismiss the over drinking, et cetera, because you don't get a sense of it.
Yeah.
I'm not an over drinker, so I wouldn't do it. But for people who have that tendency, it could be pretty dangerous.
Right.
And then we just don't know the effects of having that much alcohol in your system that sometimes, like you said, naturally should be expelled from your system, but isn't. That could do some serious damage
and
too.
There's also socioeconomic reasons that this is going to hurt poor people, because if you can get drunk real quick, for $2 instead of having to drink a whole bottle of wine or drink a 6-pack or a 12-pack, well, then you're probably going to do it. So then poorer people are doing something that's less healthy. They don't have health insurance. I mean, it's an endless cycle.
Yeah, that's right. Wash it down with a Big Mac.
But, exactly. Precisely. There you go.
And you wind up looking like me.